seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Global Watchman News. My name's Lori Swan. I hope you guys are all doing well. If you are in the live chat, we do ask to keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service put forth to us by the platform we're utilizing tonight. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a minute to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you know when we go live. So hope you guys are all doing well. Trying to get back on our regular schedule. And for 2023, which is, you guys know, Wednesday nights with John, that's going to continue. But Ernie and I will also be live on Sunday nights, Monday nights, and maybe Thursdays. So Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things, hopefully. I do want to just talk to you guys tonight. There's quite a few things going on. I'm going to start off with a very short video. And I've pulled the article that she has up, and I've also pulled up the PDF. So let's go over, take a look. It's a very, like I said, very, very, very short video. And we'll take a listen.
So it looks like 2023 is starting off very spicy. But while they're looking over there, I'm looking over here. Like Biden quietly reinstating things. Unless it has to do with the Ukraine. So once again, they're trying to revise definitions. Such as what are the waters of the United States? Shh. Remember the water soul? Anyway, so the Biden administration is trying to define what types of waterways will receive water quality protections on a federal level. I do recall the saying of watch the water. You need to get your hands on this PDF and go to page 131. Because they are literally arguing what the hell water is on a definition standpoint. From water that comes from the rain and the clouds in the sky to water that's found in streams and bodies of oceans and rivers and lakes. Why?
Okay. I
So it looks like
just need to
2023
listen
is
to it one
starting
more
off
time to
very
pull up the page.
spicy. But while they're looking over there, I'm looking over here. Like Biden quietly reinstating things. Unless it has to do with the Ukraine. So once again, they're trying to revise definitions. Such as what are the waters of the United States? Shh. Remember the water soul? Anyway, so the Biden administration is trying to define what types of waterways will receive water quality protections on a federal level. I do recall the saying of watch the water. You need to get your hands on this PDF and go to page 131. Because they are literally arguing what the hell water is on a definition standpoint.
Okay. So I saw this video the other day, and I hunted down the PDF. I have the PDF. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the Biden, the article that she had. It's from Fox Business. And it basically, what it says is, Biden administration quietly reinstates overreaching EPA rules, potentially regulating puddles and ditches. Biden administration regulation repealed Trump-era rules and left ravines and gullies unprotected on farms. The ramifications of this are not just our water quality, but it's going to trickle down and it's going to affect our food chain as well. And I say this because the EPA, when Trump was in office, he put in regulations that protected our waterways from pollution and from chemical contamination. Now, I don't think we have to reach very far to figure out why it is that this current administration is pulling that back. Because the current administration is right now hell-bent on the destruction from within. I don't think anybody that's listening can argue with that. And if you do, I feel bad for you. I truly do. Because you are going to have such a rude awakening in the future. The Biden administration signed off on an Environmental Protection Agency regulations to protect small streams, wetlands, and waterways as part of the Clean Water Act just before the end of 2022. President Joe Biden's signing of these regulations ultimately repealed the Trump-era regulations that made many waterways susceptible to pollution and were thrown out by federal courts. It's not really true. The EPA signed off on the revised definition of the waters of the United States on December 29th, while the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers signed off on the revised definitions on December 28th. The revised rules define what types of water bodies are protected under the Clean Water Act and were based on definitions that were put into place before 2015 during the Obama administration. The Trump administration reversed course from the Obama administration, which looked for ways to expand federal protection of waterways. The Trump administration rules benefited property owners, including farmers, builders, and oil producers who were concerned about feds regulating ravines and creeks on private property like farms. So when Trump put in these regulations, he made sure that there wasn't the overreach of the EPA coming on to our private lands and allowing the federal government to tell us, you're not allowed to collect rainwater. You're not allowed to filter and distill the water that you have on your property. You're not allowed to do many things that a lot of private citizens are doing to protect their land, their cattle, their families from contamination in our water system. I pulled up the PDF and I went to page 131 that she says that this is where it is. So it says, let me where I'll start. For example, throughout the Act, Congress frequently refers to the waters of the contiguous zone, and even the waters of the territorial seas, the contingent zones, and the oceans. Congress is not making a careful distinction between some of the waters of the zones and other waters of the zones based on a dictionary definition. Nor did Congress intend to single out some waters of the Great Lakes when it instructed the administrator to conduct research and technical development work and make studies with respect to the quality of the waters of the Great Lakes. Oops. Just a minute. The plurality relied on one particular dictionary definition to limit the scope of the waters of the United States in a way that is neither compelled by nor consistent with the text of the statute. The plurality selected a dictionary, Webster's second, that was not even the most recent edition as of passage of the Clean Water Act, and thus not as reflective of common usage, and then selected a preferred definition within the dictionary. So basically what they did is they found an old copy, an old edition of the dictionary that worked in their favor when it came to defining the waters of the United States. It's not even current and it's not even a realistic viewpoint, but that's what they chose. Webster's second docs do not have separate entity for waters. So the plurality relied on the entry for water, singular, and within the skipped over several more apt definitions to reach its preferred one. The first definition of water within Webster's second is the liquid which descends from the clouds and rain and which forms rivers, lakes, seas, etc. A definition that is subsequently broader than the one chosen by the plurality. The plurality's preferred definition is waters as found in streams and bodies forming geological features such as oceans, rivers, and lakes, is halfway down the column in definition 2C. Moreover, the definition of waters, plural, is the most contemporaneous Webster's, which also was substantially broader, providing the following definition: the water occupier flowing in the particular bed. So what they've done is they've gone and they've decided that we're going to put a limit on things per our definition, not the true definition in the word. So now they can come back and they can say, well, we've decided that the waters, all encompassing the waters, and that will encompass the rainwater that you're not allowed to now, you're not allowed to collect. Why is it that this, not just this administration, but it seems like the left administrations, and I'm not getting into the whole left and right paradigm thing. You guys know how I feel about that. I'm neither left, I'm neither right. But observationally, I can tell you that when a left administration is in, we have trouble. A lot more trouble than we do with the right. It all goes back to the government doesn't want us doing anything to prep, to help, to protect, to defend, anything out of their definitions. And when I say this, I mean we can't collect rainwater. We can't have non-GMO food, seeds. We have to use, their pesticides. We can't feed the homeless. We can't have victory gardens, for lack of a better word. You guys know what those are. Community gardens. All of these things are, in quotation marks, bad. Anything that furthers us to become less dependent on the government and more dependent on ourselves and our communities is deemed bad. Literally. I live in an area. Is this the one? Or is this the one? Okay, that's the wrong one. I live in this area right here. This is part of the legal aspect of the what Biden's putting into place. I live by the Calumet River. I live in Cook County, Illinois, and the Calumet River it runs alongside the shipping the shipping canal. Our water is so polluted here, guys, that the shipping canal never freezes. And the Calumet River is so polluted as well. And all of this runs into the Mississippi River. All of it runs down, and people get their drinking water from the Mississippi River. Yes, Siren, I will put all the links in the description below for you guys as soon as I'm done. I always do. And there's usually more than what I've pulled up, because I have a lot up that I've pulled up that I don't even go into. I just kind of give you guys the surface of it. So yeah, you'll get all these links. So all of these things that are happening are designed to further make us dependent, not codependent, but dependent on the government. So now, we can't protect our personal, okay, so if I lived on a farmland and I had clean water source, technically the government could come in and say, you have to fill that in. That's a danger. They would come up with something crazy like, the mosquitoes are way too bad this season. We need you to cover that up and fill that in. And, and I could say to them, well, that's our only source of clean water. They would say, no, it's not. You can run a line to the county line and you can get water that way. Really? Anything to make us more codependent. No, I'm saying that wrong. Anything to make us more dependent on government. How does this affect the food chain? Well, this affects the food chain because everything that grows needs water. Everything. Crops, flowers, human beings, animals, all need water. So the only thing we have to depend on is water from a source that's questionable because it's EPA regulated. Because, they're allowed so many contaminants, they measure it. They're allowed so many contaminants. That's acceptable limits. Not on my world. Not where I live. 0 contaminants. We filter and distill our water here. I don't drink out of the tap. I filter it out of the tap. It goes in the distiller. It takes me 3 hours per gallon. Is it a pain in the ass? Oh, you betcha it is. My cat even drinks that water. I make ice cubes from that water. I cook with that water. I refuse to allow fluorinated water into my home. We go out to dinner. I'm an ice water drinker. I drink ice water all day. So when we go out, I usually get ice water with lemon. I now take a bottle of my own water and just ask for ice. I know the ice is still contaminated, but at least I'm getting just a minimal amount. That's how much I've come to understanding what I'm putting in my body. Back, when did I do this show? August 30th of 2022. I'll pull it up here. I did a show called Planetary Water Woes Continue. And there are a lot of links there. So I'll make sure that you guys get the link to this one as well. Okay. And I also did another one the last time Marcus Kaiser was with us. And last time Marcus was with us, we pulled up this map. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things first off. So I went to Aldi's. What's today? Tuesday. I went to Aldi's on Sunday. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 12. So it's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21 gallons of, this is the left, this is 2%. And then the whole milk is on the other side. And in the back, that's not milk. That's coffee creamers. That's, I don't even know what it is. 1% skim milk. Because I asked if this was all they had, and they said yes. This was their milk cooler. And then just for the heck of it, I went into my Fair Play app that I had that I order my groceries from. It's my local store, just like a mile up the road. And I order through my app, and then I go pick up my food. $10 for 18 eggs. $7 for 12 eggs. And a lot of people were on Facebook. They were like, I don't understand why eggs are so expensive. I don't get it. I don't understand. Well, I'm going to tell you why. See this map? This map here is the map that we pulled up when Marcus Kaiser was on with us, and we discussed talking about this. Each one of these white markers destroyed, euthanized 139,300 chickens. Destroyed, euthanized 147,800 chickens. Destroyed, euthanized 243,900 chickens. Destroyed, euthanized 72,300 laying hens. Farm animals, poultry farm, fire, 70,000 chickens died. Destroyed, euthanized 15,400 turkeys. Destroyed, euthanized 16,500 turkeys. Destroyed, euthanized 53,300 turkeys. Destroyed, euthanized 231,400 chickens. Destroyed, euthanized 294,800 chickens. You guys understand? You see now why eggs are so expensive? These are turkeys. Do you see now? Every single one of these markers has something to do with a food pantry, a grocery store, a food plant, grains or silos, farm animals. Something happened on each one of these. Smithfield Food Pork Plant, fire. Pride of Iowa Sandwich Plant, Vending and Convenience Food Plant, fire. Plant, egg or star meat packing plant, explosion. Plant, Keurig Dr. Pepper, fire. Smucker's Jiffy peanut butter plant, fire. Macron potato plant, fire. Those are all the black ones. All this stuff has a trickle-down effect. So if they're going to start deregulating water and making it so, we can't put out, catch rainwater, or we can't, take an active or a proactive role in decontaminating or keeping our water clean on our own lands, it's going to trickle down into the food chain. All of these things are by design. Each and every single one of them are by design. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook. Last week I put up an article, I put up a post, and I said that I was watching that series that I had keep telling you guys about. And the movie's called Revolution. And it talks about the time after the electric went out. And it was not an EMP that made it go out at all. I'm going to play you a little bit. I'm going to put up on the scene or on the screen because I don't want to get hit. Give me a second. I don't want to get hit by YouTube for being in trouble.
Rachel.
Okay. Give me just a minute. Now I'm going to set up the scene. So there's a guy here and a girl, and they're going to talk about what you see up on the screen. Now the power goes out. Like I said, it was not an EMP, but they just lose power and they can't get it. They can't get the power grid back up, and they don't know why. Listen.
Can we give it a rest, Aaron?
Rachel, I have been resting for 15 years. I mean, this is what caused the blackout. So how many of these things do you think are out there?
Couple hundred, quadrillion.
It's unbelievable. I mean, this whole time I thought computers were gone, and it turns out they're everywhere.
Each one is the size of a virus. They're everywhere. They're in the air, on buildings. We're breathing them in right now.
And they're programmable.
2 commands: absorb electricity and replicate.
This is
A little bit of a teaser for you if you're interested in watching it. It's called Revolution. It's over on Tubi. Give me a second. I can pull up this. I can't really show the screen any other way, but I can do it this way. This is what you're looking for right here if you want to watch it. I'm on season 1, episode 13, but it goes, I think, 3 seasons, two or 3 seasons. All right, well, I can tell you. Give me a second. Through 2 seasons. It's not very long, but it's very revealing. It talks about the air. Everything happens for a reason. Everything has a purpose. Everything is pre-planned. And I'm going to put all the links in the description below for you guys. Told you it was going to be a short one tonight. Getting ready for Big John tomorrow night. We're going to continue talking about the Giants, and boy, we got some information for you. That guy that put up that video showing that giant up on the hill, up on the mountain, we have confirmed that he is deceased. But we've also confirmed that what he put up there and what he was talking about was real. And we actually have some footage of the area to show you that there really is a giant up there, guys. So we're going to talk about that. Talk about a couple more things that John wants to, but we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central Time. And I've gotten to the point, guys, where if they nuke the channel, they nuke it. If you by some chance do not, I'm going to tell you something. Every Wednesday night there will be a show. Okay. So if you Google or if you search out us or you can't find us, for some reason our channel is gone, just try to find us. It will be Global Watchman News or GWN next time. I don't know, but you will see us. It will have the same red and black logo like I have right now up on the screen. Everything will be the same. If you go over and you take a look at us on YouTube, everything will be the same. You will be able to identify us that way. It may just say GWN, depends. Sometimes they get a little bit cranky and they're like, no, we took Global Watchman News down. You can't have it. You're not, so it may be GWN, but it will always have this red and black banner. It will always have this, this logo that you see up on the screen right here. So that is a way to find us. Okay. But we've just decided that we are just going to go full guns. They're going to take us down. They're going to take us down. But at least if they take us down, we go down speaking the truth and letting you guys know the information. So we'll see you back here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. I will put the link up probably in the morning. So come on over, check it out. Click the notification so you know when we go live. So I want to thank everybody in the chat room for joining us. I will put all the links in the description below for you guys that you can take a look at what I just presented to you today. We'll also put the link up for you guys to find Revolution over on Tubi. And I want to thank all the moderators in the chat room. I want to thank all of our chatters, and we will be back tomorrow. Until then, remember, guys, eyes open, no fear.